From animal costumes to people convinced the Earth is flat, the internet is home to some of the most fascinating and misunderstood communities. These aren't just hobby groups. They're digital worlds with their own languages, aesthetics, and rules. We call them internet subcultures, niche communities built around specific ideas, hobbies, or identities that rarely fit in the mainstream. Today we'll dive into the creative world of furries, the science-defying flat earthers, the dark corners of incel forums, and the nostalgic vibes of vaporwave. The goal isn't to judge but to understand, how do these groups form, what keeps them going, and what do they reveal about us? Let's peel back the layers and explore the wild diversity of the web. Ready? Let's get into it. So what is an internet subculture? It's like punks or goths, but online, people who feel outside the mainstream, connecting over shared interests. The internet supercharges this, letting niche groups form and grow globally at lightning speed. Early web days, think GeoCities and forums, were the first digital campfires, where people built themed homepages and had niche conversations away from the public eye. Social media changed everything. Reddit's subreddits, Tumblr's fandoms, and anonymous boards like 4chan became breeding grounds for new subcultures. Platform design matters. Anonymity lets people explore identities or opinions they'd never share offline, for better or worse. Algorithms on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram now shape what we see, creating feedback loops that can pull people deeper into specific worldviews. These spaces offer something fundamental: belonging. Whether it's a love for a game, a fashion style, or a fringe belief, the internet validates interests that might be ignored offline. It's a place to be seen, understood, and to build community, no matter how niche. But it's also a double-edged sword, enabling both creativity and the spread of harmful ideas. The digital campfire burns bright, for better or worse. And that's what drives every online subculture. Let's meet a few. First up, the furries, one of the most visible and misunderstood subcultures. Sure, you've seen the animal costumes, but the heart of the fandom is a love for anthropomorphic animal characters. Think Bugs Bunny or Sonic. Furries take this appreciation further, creating original characters called fursonas, animal avatars that express their ideal selves. The community thrives online on sites like Fur Affinity and Discord, but also in real life at massive conventions like Anthrocon. It's a creative haven. Artists, writers, and costume makers collaborate, share, and support each other. While the fandom has a reputation for being a fetish, that's a huge oversimplification. For most, it's about creativity, friendship, and acceptance, especially for many LGBTQ+ members. Behind the fursonas, people find a place to belong, free from judgment. Furries have built support networks and raised millions for charity. It's less about being an animal, and more about being yourself with a little extra fur. The Furry Fandom shows how the internet lets people build entire worlds around what they love. Now let's look at a subculture built on disbelief. Enter the Flat Earthers, a community united by the belief that the Earth is flat, not round. This idea exploded online in the 2010s, fueled by YouTube and social media. Flat Earth isn't one theory. There are competing models, but all share a deep distrust of science and official sources. The movement has its own influencers, content creators, and even conferences. Videos use persuasive language and experiments to draw in viewers, preying on gaps in scientific knowledge. Why do people believe? It's about feeling special, finding simple answers, and distrusting authority. Algorithms played a huge role, recommending more and more conspiracy content, creating echo chambers. Despite overwhelming scientific evidence, believers dismiss it as fake, reinforcing their worldview. The Flat Earth subculture is a cautionary tale about how online communities can create alternate realities. Next, let's visit a much darker corner of the web. Now, the incel subculture, one of the internet's darkest corners. Incel started as a support group for lonely people, but has morphed into male-dominated forums steeped in resentment and misogyny. Their ideology, the black pill, claims that looks determine everything, and those deemed unattractive are doomed to rejection. They blame women and chads for their problems, fueling a toxic, fatalistic worldview. Echo chambers reinforce despair and anger, pushing members deeper into hate. This radicalization has led to real-world violence, prompting bans on major platforms. But the community persists elsewhere. The incel subculture is a stark reminder of how loneliness and online echo chambers can breed dangerous ideologies. It's a complex issue tied to mental health and digital alienation. Let's shift to something lighter. Not all subcultures are about identity or conspiracy, some are just about vibes. Enter vaporwave, a digital aesthetic of neon, Roman busts, and retro computer graphics, paired with slowed-down nostalgic music. Vaporwave critiques consumer capitalism, remixing the sounds and visuals of the 80s and 90s into something dreamy and melancholic. Born on Tumblr and Bandcamp, it's a global, collaborative movement that's influenced music, design, and fashion. Vaporwave proved that a compelling aesthetic can build a worldwide community. And it's just one of many. Cottagecore romanticizes rural life, while dark academia celebrates classic literature and moody university vibes. These aesthetic subcultures offer curated identities, worlds you can inhabit online through images, music, and fashion. It's about finding beauty, comfort, and belonging in a chaotic world. The internet is a massive engine for generating and spreading these new aesthetics. People use them to escape, express themselves, and connect with others who share their taste. It's not just a trend, it's a way to build community through shared vibes. In the end, these subcultures show how the web lets us curate not just what we see, but who we are. Let's wrap up. From furries to flat earthers, incels to vaporwave, the internet is a patchwork of subcultures, each a search for identity and belonging. Memes are the glue, turning inside jokes into shared language and helping communities bond. Online, we curate our identities, building and performing culture with every post. The web reflects the full spectrum of human needs and desires, a digital city with a neighborhood for everyone. These communities aren't just good or bad, they're complex, revealing the powerful drive to connect. Whether you're donning a fursuit or vibing to vaporwave, there's a corner of the internet for you. Which subculture surprised you most? Let us know in the comments.